Man, it's not too terribly often we get to see a film like this that feels just inherently magical and almost surreal. Feels like you're just kind of looking through a childhood like storybook, like one of those picture fantasy fairy tale storybooks. It just what a film.
I can talk to you. I'm not asking you to understand.
Yuri, we're your family.
Just trust me.
And today we have The Legend of Ochi, a film that has unfortunately got a very limited theatrical run and release. I thought this would sell like hotcakes. It has the talent behind it, it has the visual charm, it's literally an A24 produced joint, and they're normally on top of it with marketing. Maybe it's just because they have so many releases this year back to back to back, and this one just didn't catch the public attention quickly enough. I mean, it got national distribution, but I'm pretty sure it's no longer in theaters, and I don't hear enough people not only talking about it, but that even are aware of its existence. I got Totoro with me, which I feel is very appropriate. Directorial debut, would love to see it, really, by Isaiah Saxon. Only a director of music videos, so does have experience working in film per se. In terms of cast, there's a couple big names you would know, but the one you wouldn't, that is the star of this film, and I want to give a shout out to because she killed it. Helena Zengel, most known, if anything, for her role as Johanna in News of the World. So this one is more of an Easter egg. If you're a fan of my reaction series for Dark, by the way, I'm actively posting that reaction series on YouTube right now. She, Helena Zengel, was in The Therapy, which has Stephen Campworth, I believe is his name, and I recognized him as Peter Doppler in Dark. You know, My Chemical Romance, 9/11 type of like timeline deal. It's a very loose connection, but still tenable. But of course, if you were to have heard about the cast of this film in any extent, yes, it has Willem Dafoe. Love to see him. Love him in general. And then yes, Finn Wolfhard is also in this. Teenage, lanky stream boy heartthrob Finn Wolfhard. Legend of Ochi. I bet you're thinking, what the hell is this movie about? I've seen Gremlins. What is this Mogwai looking guy doing crawling around my screen right now? Legend of Ochi just takes place on a island way out in the middle of, I think it was like the Northern Isles. I feel bad because I can't remember. I read the thing and it's escaping me now. I'm pretty sure it's more or less like modern day, or at the very least gives off like a early to mid 2000s kind of feel. But this gal lives with her father, Willem Dafoe, and an adopted brother of the character of Finn. And Dafoe's character kind of runs this group of wayward youth and trains them to be these soldiers in the fight against the creatures of the night. In this case, this island, by their perspective, is plagued by these creatures they refer to as the Ochi. They paint them as these like storybook villains that are these violent creatures that at night they'll come to your farm, they'll slaughter your animals, you know, steal your food, kill your kids, like the creatures of the night, scary stories told in the dark. And then one night, one of the little baby critters gets wounded and runs away from its like the pack and the herd, and the little girl takes it home with her to nurse the wounds. Right as she's discovered, in doing so, she decides like these creatures actually aren't evil, they're super sweet, they're nice. What have we been doing? I want to help this one get back home to its family. So just like runs away from home, takes off on an adventure herself into the woods to get this Ochi back to its kin. Invokes the wrath of Willem Dafoe's character, who grabs all the boys and gets the kit and caboodle, the skadoodles, and heads off after them to try to get back his daughter, to defeat the Ochi, rescue her from the clutches of evil, and there you have your movie. I really enjoyed this. I'm pretty sure I loved it. I saw it once, and admittedly it was several weeks ago now from the time that I'm recording this, but visually it's beautiful. The aesthetic of this film, like I said, it's the visual embodiment of a fantasy picture book. I mean, the color palettes, the way that some things are crisp and clear, but some things have this kind of like this filter, this not even call it a graininess, but really a texture to it. Everything feels just very earthen, like foresty, and there's man-made structures here on this island, but for the most part it's all still greenery and forests and trees and like just nature. You really feel the presence of nature in this film. I mean, it helps that our journey literally takes us, you know, like through rivers and creeks and caves and over and under trees and through different grottos and whatnot. The score, there's a reason why I saw A24 put the vinyl out before the movie even came out, and I was thinking, man, they must really be confident in the score of this. The orchestral score is enchanting, it's appropriate, it's unique. The very first like opening track you hear in this whole film like really sets the tone. Are they like bangers throughout? I don't know about that, but it swells and comes at the right moments and accentuates scenes and really does bring either the horror of a scene together or the magic of a scene. The film explores themes of toxic masculinity and reconnecting with nature. I mean, the whole thing is like, yeah, Willem Dafoe, his whole character is teaching these boys that nature is just a hindrance. I want to get back to the good old days of just family and men being men.
They say, here, make something of my boy.
And just training these kids of how to like fight and kill these woodland creatures that they fear and want to destroy because they don't understand them, like literally can't understand them.
We are cursed with a wickedness.
The Ochi.
Girl, understanding the truth about these creatures, trying to form that bridge and that connection. Elements of family coming back together, elements of man and nature trying to also kind of form a reconnection here. Everybody kind of has an arc of sorts, and it's very beautiful to watch it transpire. Practical effects, by the way, I mean, holy shit. The Ochi, the creatures in this film, handmade, and they look outstanding. I mean, a big part of why I fell in love with this film, and I'm talking about texture and feel, right? Whether it's the baby, whether it's an action scene they're involved in, whether it's the full-grown adults, but I did see some behind the scenes. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I mean, these are like handmade puppets and puppeteering work going on, and just these furry little guys, the bigger, even people in these like Ochi animal suits, but it does numbers to really make this thing feel real and grounded. It's visually stunning because of the effort that went into the practical nature of the film. Also love the performances. Helena, her character, while admittedly naive, also feels raw, emotional, and determined. You get a lot of raw emotion from her in this film. I mean, she definitely is a force to be reckoned with, but she also has some learning to do. I might actually change my rating mid-review because I've been thinking about it ever since I saw it, and I think in terms of how it functions as a film, I can't really think of any negatives. Like maybe pacing, as much as it has a bunch of like wow moments and aspects of it, the film as a whole overall does lack a certain wow factor from me. Personal gripes, I think Finn Wolfhard's character is a little bit underdeveloped and undercooked, although I can accept that because he's not the focus of the story. Sure, there's some like loose ends and you might wonder, well, what's going to happen after the movie? Did we really maximize in all aspects and elements of the narrative? Again, even now I'm grasping for straws and trying to find any negative things about this film. Like, it's not an absolute perfect piece of cinema, but it's damn near close, and the more that I think about it, it accomplishes exactly what it sets out to do. It's damn near perfect. I can't think of anything really inherently wrong with it. PG, funny enough, especially for an A24 film. I love the effort that went into it. For a directorial debut by this guy as well, extremely impressive. Although it didn't check every sort of mental like interior box for me, I would still be very confident in giving Legend of Ochi like at the very least a low 5 out of 5. A low 5 out of 5, damn near close to perfection. Again, A24 is pumping them out this year. Warfare or Death of a Unicorn, I enjoyed them all. Would recommend them all for sure. If this movie looks intriguing to you, it is exactly what you think you'd be signing up for. So I recommend it. I really enjoyed it. Go watch it. I doubt it's in theaters anymore. Maybe stream it in the near future. Perhaps A24 will even have a physical release of it. They're doing more and more physical releases for their films. So that's all I got to say about Legend of Ochi. Thank you guys and gals so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next movie review that I do. I'll say goodbye, travelers, in the